quisiera preguntarte cuánto tiempo vas a estar junto a mí. Yo no quiero lastimarte, lamentablemente las cosas se dieron así y no puedo volver a creerte. Lo siento más que vos, pero yo soy así. Sin palabras y pensaste que no podías sentir. No sientas culpa por eso, tarde o temprano eso iba a pasar, porque somos tan diferentes, la vida es así. No quisiera llorar, pero hay cosas que duelen. Cuando vuelva a ver el sol, recordaré lo que pasamos. Cuando sienta tu calor, recordaré lo que viví. Llorar, pero hay cosas que duelen. Hoy quisiera preguntarte cuánto tiempo vas a estar junto a mí.
Good afternoon and welcome to yet another edition of the Ellen Carrington Show. Wasn't sure what topic I wanted to feature on today's show until after I returned from Florida this weekend. I got the idea to do a theme on body acceptance after reading an article about a website called Buku, and that is spelled B-E-A-U-C-O-O. And I'll discuss some of my personal thoughts on this subject later in the show. Body positivity has been in the limelight for the last few years, with companies like Dove spearheading the movement with their Real Women campaign, prominently featuring models above a size 0. And undergarment company Fruit of the Loom also helped on the bandwagon with their Fit for Me line geared toward plus-size women. But getting back to Buku, this is an Instagram-type site which provides grids of women's appearances in every shape from skinny to plus size, so everybody's on this thing. But visitors can filter desired results by using a Fit Match button on the site, and you can filter these results to viewing others with measurements similar to your own. You can like photos, you can add outfits to a wish list, you can follow other users whose styles you like. That's just one of the few nice features on this site, and the joy of it is that the site caters to women of all shapes and sizes, with the concept of all women are real women. Isn't that great? Yeah, I kind of agree with that. But I had the chance to surf Buku for the last couple of days, and I'm already a fan. If you search for an online community which promotes both body acceptance and great style, This is going to be right up your alley. You're going to love it. Take a look at it when you get some time. I'll pop up the link a little bit later. And another site of which I'm a fan is called Chubby Bunnies. This is a page on Tumblr which women from around the world post photos of themselves. You know, put a little selfie up there and show your stuff. While Chubby Bunnies is geared toward the plus size women, it too promotes body positivity. And if you have a Tumblr page and wish to follow Chubby Bunnies, I'll also post that link at the end of the show, and you can check that out. Maybe pop a few selfies up there yourself. Who knows? It'll be kind of fun. But one of the best leaders in the body acceptance movement, in my opinion, is Andrea Amador. I hope I'm pronouncing that last name correctly. But she is known to many as the Juicy Woman. She's also a dynamic person in promoting positive body images and wrote a book called Loving the Skin You're In, The Juicy Woman's Guide to Making Peace with Food and Friends with Your Body. She is an IPEC. It's IPEC, by the way, and that stands for Institute of Professional Empowerment. And she is also a certified EFT practitioner, among other accomplishments. The Juicy Woman also has a show on Blog Talk Radio in addition to an official website, and of course the book I mentioned, along with other good things for sale on the website that may empower you a little. But Andrea has successfully blended her own real-life experiences and professional training into guiding and empowering women who struggle with body image and abuse issues. And if you're unable to take advantage of the workshop she offers for one reason or another, I do recommend reading Loving the Skin You're In. I'm a proud owner of the book, which I received from Andrea herself. And in addition of it being very dog-eared, I tend to read it over and over from time to time. It's opened my eyes a great deal, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it too once you get it. And before I read this book, I had to admit I never heard of EFT techniques. EFT, by the way, is short for Emotional Freedom Technique, which is actually derived from the science of acupuncture. Think about it as acupuncture without needles. Very painless. But EFT is another alternative to stress relief, which gives us ability to become calmer and more peaceful within minutes. Yeah, and if you read Loving the Skin You're In, you'll probably see a lot of these exercises in the book, and I'll admit from personal experience that they do work. And with some simple exercises, EFT gives us the ability to change the way we feel, to learn not so ideal lessons and habits that were driven into us during childhood and adolescence, and reprogram into us some positive beliefs about ourselves. And hopefully one of these days I can get Andrea onto the show to further discuss her work and perhaps make an impact on other listeners as she did me. And here's on a personal note. Most of you likely either heard or read the story of Shelby Buster, the Oregon teenager who was told to leave a Rue 21 store by an employee because she was too fat. Now, come on, really? But a Rue 21 district manager told news station KEZI that their company was looking further into this incident and that they didn't tolerate discrimination. Now, I wasn't there, so I don't know if this actually happened. It wouldn't shock me if it did, okay? Because it does happen at a few stores. While I never experienced such rudeness on the part of salespeople, nor do I do such a thing, you know, during the times I had worked retail in sales and management, you know, it doesn't surprise me. And, you know, women who are in a single-digit dress size, you know what? Hey, let's not wait on or find an excuse not to. Yes, Abercrombie & Fitch and Victoria's Secret, I'm talking to you, for starters. Not that I'd shop at either of your stores anyway, especially after the way you treat certain people. But here's the thing. How do you know that these people aren't there shopping for themselves? They could be buying a gift. They could be buying for something that's for everyone. Maybe, say, a purse, some perfume, maybe a gift basket or something. You know, the ones with the little soaps and the little fragrances, all that. Or they could be buying something for someone else, for say a birthday or a holiday or something. You don't know, but yet this discrimination thing goes on. But unfortunately, it's true. Weight is the last target for discrimination. And it's sad that people have to judge others just by outward appearances instead of inner substance. And who's to say our money doesn't spend as well as a thinner person's, if not more? And with this in mind, the plus-size industry has become a billion-dollar fashion industry, by the way, and such women demanded fashionable yet comfortable clothing in their size. And while a few designers still bark at the idea, many others have come around and created attractive, eye-catching lines and sizes 12 and over. And you got to applaud these guys for doing that. Maybe they're doing it for profit. Maybe they're doing it out of sincerity. Maybe they see, hey, girls over a size 8 or 9 want to look pretty too, and why not? Let's create something for them. But women wearing double-digit sizes have made progress over the last couple of decades, but we still have plenty of work to be done in the acceptance movement. And while I'm discussing this, I posted a blog on January 14th of this year called Please Don't Patronize the Big Girls, which basically covered 6 unacceptable things people tend to say when they notice someone else losing weight. I'll also post that link on the Facebook page. I can't even talk today. But anyway, it will be on the Facebook page. But I'm also about to add some additional thoughts on the subject of body acceptance and weight and whatnot. For starters, you would be shocked that the weight loss industry is a $20 billion in revenue yearly in the United States. This includes diet books, diet drugs, and bariatric surgery, yet with all the pressure to be thin and everybody trying the pills, the shots, Jenny Craig, Nutrisense, and whatnot, the amount of overweight and obese people in our country has reached epidemic proportions. Now, the American Medical Association, I should say, they recently classified obesity as a disease, and many studies have proven that some weight issues can stem from factors such as genetics, underlying medical conditions. A couple examples are polycystic ovarian system, many of you know that is PCOS, low thyroid function, menopause, that's just to name a few things, and even certain medications such as steroid-based ones or certain psychotropic drugs. They often list weight gain as a side effect. And, a lot of ignorant people out there saying, hey, put the fork down, run around the block. But it isn't that simple, okay? The latter may help some people who do have just a simple weight issue. It's a question of being inactive and eating more, and we need to eat less, and move more. But many others are resistant to weight loss techniques through no fault of their own. Again, it goes back to the medical conditions, it goes back to genetics, it goes back to medications or some other thing. But here's the bottom line in my book. Diets don't work for everyone. There are no quick fixes or permanent weight loss, and the only things that are guaranteed to have an effect are either making appropriate lifestyle changes or just accepting yourself the way you are. And I've done both the latter and the former. Now, keep in mind, while I'm all for loving and accepting one's body as it is, and there's nothing wrong with that, it's not great to be enormous, okay? 1,000 pounds, you're not going to get anything done, let me tell you. I don't have to be there to tell you that. But if someone is at the point, for example, where they can't get out of a chair without assistance, or get winded walking like 3 or 4 steps to the mailbox, or you drop a set of keys and can't pick them up from the floor without some difficulty, then it's time to rethink, something here isn't right. It's time to make a few changes. And I also don't need reminded, I don't have a body of a fashion model, or that I have a big butt. Okay, I'll be the first to tell you I have a big butt. It follows me everywhere I go, okay? It happens. But I figured that out from childhood. So, you say that, you're not telling me anything new. But I have taken off considerable weight this year. But, the hell with society standards. I'm doing this for health reasons. I'm not doing it to look for a man. Which I'd like to smack somebody upside the head when they tell me that. Hey, you looking for a man? No. At least one, I already got one. And two, even if I didn't. I'm not losing weight to look for a man. I'm doing this for me. I'm doing it for health reasons. I'm doing it so I can continue to walk around. I'm doing it so I can feel better. I ain't doing it for Joe Schmo down the block, okay? And let me tell you something, ladies. You shouldn't be doing it either. Do it for you, if you're going to go in that direction. But me, I aim for the dream size of 12. Yes, you heard correctly. Size 12. Double digits. Who cares if I'm still fat and the thinnest of society? I'm going for the size 12. I don't care if it takes me the rest of my life. I'm going for that one, too. You know, I could weigh 97 pounds and still have both a big butt and what my relatives used to call Steinway piano legs. Okay, I'm 5'2". I'm going to have piano legs. I may as well live with that. I may as well make a few jokes about, hey, I have a sense of humor. You know, it's genetics and who I am. It's taken decades to accept myself, but for the grace of God, I finally did it. And, you know, you change your habits for you. You know, don't say, Now, some guys giving you a bunch of crap because you don't weigh, 100 pounds or whatever. You're not fitting into a size 0 dress. You know, you got to think about it. It's not, maybe that's not the guy for you. You know, real man would love you for who you are. Now, if you haven't, like I mentioned earlier, if you're having a health issue or, you've gotten to weigh in so much that you really can't take care of yourself properly, then by all means, it's time for some changes. But you're still moving around, you're grooving in the world, you're working it, you find, hey, I found a pretty dress in my size. By all means, go out there and rock what God gave you. It doesn't matter if you're curvy, skinny, in between, tall, short, black, white, green, purple, Chinese, Japanese, American, Jewish, Indian, Native American, whatever. Get out there and do your thing. Because it's all about loving yourself. You got to live in this body. We only have one dance in this lifetime. And by all means, we should, go through life as we did. Take advantage of that whole life. Because there's only one you, and as the saying goes, always imitated and never duplicated. So go out there and rock what God gave you. You don't need gyms or plastic surgery or any of that crap to, define yourself. And I'm going to play a song here in a minute to close out our show today. Do something a little positive. Have a little fun. Maybe pick out a favorite here. Go out there and do some destruction in your own time. But that'll be real destructive. Be a positive destroyer. And I'm going to play a song called Destroyer. Just for you gals and guys. And men, this is for you too. Don't be changing yourself because, to get a girl or whatnot. You got to be you. Man, woman, whatever. Get out there and just Destroyer. So another thing to go out there and rock today. Unfortunately, we have only a few minutes left in the show, and I'd like to thank all of you for tuning in today. Come back with us next week. It'll be Wednesday, September 25th. Oh, last Wednesday of September. Pending any changes, we'll be back on the air at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Gonna find a special show for next week. I've got a theme in mind, so I'll get that together, and I hope you'll enjoy it as much as I enjoyed bringing the show to you every day this week. Look forward to being with you next Wednesday. In the meanwhile, have an excellent rest of the week and an enjoyable weekend. Take care of yourself. Have a pleasant day. Once again, thanks for tuning in.